What do you do when a Range Rover SVR Urban just isn't enough? What if you want something even cooler? Well, you take it to Wraptor, baby. Stay tuned and you'll see what we've got in store for this beast. Let's see what we've got. Vehicle as presented, shall we? We've got some nice wheels and some bright green brakes. We've got some real carbon fibre, other green accents, a performance exhaust, and the vehicle's been wrapped with some other bits as well. However, even from a shaky WhatsApp video that the client sent me, I could see a million miles off fake carbon. Now, if you like the pattern and you're happy with that, fair enough, go for it. No problems at all. However, for me, I can see that fake carbon a million miles off. And if I were to choose any pattern in the world, because I just like the pattern, well, it probably wouldn't be that. To me, it looks completely different. Real carbon fibre. Real carbon fibre. Continued not real carbon fibre. Not real. Can you see? Can you see? That needs to go. Good brand and real carbon fibre exhaust tips, but it's kind of a matte carbon that doesn't really match the rest of the car right now. And although it's rocking quite a cool, stealthy, matte black finish wrap, it's a bit aged, and we've got something a little bit nicer. But that's not all we've got in store for this car. We need to up the ante considerably. So, we are going to be installing one of our monster kits. Yes, this wide arch body kit with extra flare on the front. One of our monster body kits going on, wide arch body kit, extra flare on the diffuser and the front lip, twin spoilers, along with a fresh wrap going on. And of course, this thing isn't going to be leaving here without some tasty extras. And for some reason, we have fake carbon fibre effect wrap on a real carbon fibre SVR bonnet, which is like an £8,000 extra. I can't answer why, I don't know. Inside the door shuts, we've got some original paintwork showing through. It's a nice colour, but we don't want to be seeing that with the matte black wrap. So we're going to be fixing that too. What is going on with the bonnet on this Range Rover SVR? Let me show you. Boom. Yes, a full, lightweight, very expensive carbon fibre bonnet, or hood. Wrapped in matte black, fair enough. And then pretend carbon that doesn't even look real. I don't know, I'm quite keen to unwrap this. Is it like carbon underneath, or is it all painted blue underneath, or gloss black in the middle? I don't know, but we'll unwrap it and we'll see what's underneath. Okay, so if you've watched us before, you know the score. It's teardown time. In fact, it's not teardown time. I'm actually going to use the opportunity to dry fit the body kit to this whilst it's wrapped,
so we don't scuff up the paint accidentally. So this wrap that is about to be unwrapped is kind of like masked the whole car for me to stop me scratching it conveniently. We'll finesse the body kit so it fits perfect. Then we will unwrap the car. We'll then install the body kit. We'll then rewrap the car in a slightly nicer material. You'll see. Now these are glass fibre kits and they are handmade to order in the UK. Now because they are handmade, every one can be slightly different, even though it is, as far as fiberglass goes, very good quality. So we always do a dry fit like this before committing to painting or wrapping them. What's quite usual is they will need a bit of scribing. If you've done scribing before, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, I'll show you what I mean. Okay. So, in areas like this, and this is a particularly obvious point, which is why I'm showing you this one, but it does not want to sit flush. You see, it's not the perfect shape of the panel it's sitting on. So what we need to do is see where the point it is always touching. We need to remove some material there to allow this end and this end to sit flush perfectly all the way across the panel. And there are other areas to do as well. I need a little bit off the bottom here because that won't sit home. Here as well because there's a little bit of gap in there, so we'll remove material from other places until it fits nice and flush. We may have to do that with some of the other components going on the car as well, but it is normal. It's worth putting the time and effort in now before we're completely committed by painting or wrapping it and then bonding it to the car. And then we're going to get a nicer end result, aren't we? And it's going to look nice for years. That's the aim here, so let's do the best job we can.
I think I'm going to get a pen to help me out. Getting better already, much better. Perfect. They're handy, those stools on wheels, until you fall off them, then they're not so handy. What I was going to say is excuse the noise in the background from the compressor that runs the air tools. Ah.
Anyway, if you don't believe me that it's much better, let me show you. If you can see that, no gapping now. We can bond that down tight. If I hold that with two hands, it's improved again, but that is pretty good. Now, what I've got to do is about 12 more pieces. Here goes. Right, this side's done. I'm covered in crap. That's not fun. Now, I need to bond these arches on, and I'm not going to be able to bond straight onto wrap. Certainly old wrap. It's not going to adhere so well. So I'm going to partially unwrap this now, just the wheel arch area, so I can stick to the paint that's underneath. Yeah, that's it. And there's crap all over my face. Joy! Oh well, let's get it done. Okay, I'm gonna do what no idiot dares to do, knife on the car. Now, all I'm doing here is applying enough pressure not to cut through the vinyl, but just to score the vinyl. I don't really want to mark the paint underneath it in case it's ever unwrapped. I don't want any scratches under there. So I'm just going to apply very light pressure. I'm very used to this knife. I've had it for years. Got a brand new blade in it, just for this job. And I'm just scoring it. That's all. Very light pressure, but enough to do something. I just want to unwrap this for now and leave all this protected. We'll unwrap that later on. Now, I actually have no idea how old this wrap is or what the condition of the paint is like underneath, and I'm yet to find out what is under that wrap on the carbon bonnet. So anyway, we'll unwrap it and we'll see. You know, the older the wrap, typically the harder it is to get off. Also, it could be stuck to like old paint or badly repaired paint, and it could pull paint off. Who knows? So if I'm uninstalling a wrap that I didn't install, that I didn't get to check out the bodywork on when it was installed, I can't guarantee it. It is what it is. We'll give it our best. We'll be extra careful when we unwrap it, and that's all we can do. You know, customer has to take ownership of what's under there, and we'll just do the best job we can. So anyways, waffling on because I'm delaying this job, slightly scared of, well, what this car looks like underneath. Wish me luck. How hot to get these? I say you want to feel obvious warmth on the panels if you're touching a radiator at home, but if it's uncomfortable to touch, you're getting it too hot. So, general rule of thumb, that's how hot you want to get this thing to unwrap it. It worked! And I'll prove to you later there's no scratches on that panel. Cool, so that's exposed the original paint. Quite like it. It's a nice blue, right? But obviously the owner likes a more stealthy look. Fair enough. That's what wrapping is for. On the flip side, if you've got a black one and you want it bright blue or another colour, we can do that too, right? But yeah, that's exposed the paint, so I'm going to lightly sand and prime this and then finally bond it and sit the wheel arches where I want them and leave them to set overnight. Now earlier I said I'd prove to you that I haven't scratched the paint by knifing on the car. Now I don't always knife on the car, right? This isn't like, hey, do it all the time, doesn't matter. No, there's lots of other techniques and I do use them. In this particular case, I chose to knife on the car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unwrap a little bit around here somewhere so you can see where this line is, just to show you there's no scratches. Here goes, wish me luck. And no scratchino. No, 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 no. So that's rigged up. We'll leave that to dry overnight. Lots of tape, lots of round things, a bar to hold the bottom corner there. And I sort of ran out of round things, so we ended up with some pretty random round things. I'm not sure how professional or unprofessional that looks, but it works, it will do the job. And with a bit of luck, it'll still be in the same place tomorrow morning, but the sealant would have gone solid. Right then, home time.
Nice even gaps, panels are flush, looking good. Door opens and shuts just fine. Now I haven't put this piece on yet because it required a little bit more finesse. Had a slightly tapered gap along the top here, which we're going to sort, but we'll do that next. Now, I wouldn't say this is mandatory, but I've decided to go that extra length and just sort out some of these gaps. I've added a small amount of filler in there, which I'm now going to let dry and then sand to shape, just to get those gaps as nice as we can, really. So I've got to give that, well, at least 15 minutes. I'll probably give it maybe an hour to let it go really dry, and I'll sand those into shape with a block. Probably get all dusty and horrible, yeah. And whilst the rest of the team continue to unwrap the beast, and then it will be ready for a deep clean and rewrap. Right, it's Range Rover SVR real carbon fibre bonnet. Unwrap the fake carbon fibre. Have you guys decided your best guess on what's underneath this yet? I really don't know what to expect. I don't know whether we're going to see real carbon, or maybe like a gloss black bit, or maybe it's painted blue like the rest of the car. We're about to find out. Here goes. There we have it, it's all been painted blue. Did you guess right? Let me know in the comments.
Vehicle is all stripped down and unwrapped. This stage is probably its worst looking stage, so from here onwards it's just going to get prettier and prettier. Time to apply its fresh re-wrap. The film the customer's chosen is another matte black film, but this one has metallic flakes in it, bringing it up just a level of quality. The brand is by 3M, a very reliable and well-known brand. This is a long-lasting wrap. Check out the yellow stripes. Yeah. So this monster Range Rover is coming along nicely. It really looks an absolute beast, and the level of finish is next level in quality. But it's not done yet. We've got to add a little bit of flavour. So you may have seen the one we did before on YouTube with the yellow accents. Well, similar but different. This one's going to have some green accents. Let's go. So in here, originally it had wrap and it was popping, bubbling and trying to lift away. So now it's been re-wrapped, we're actually going to do it in a separate piece. That's going to achieve two things. For one, this is going to be nice and relaxed, so it's not going to want to lift and pop and bubble, but also we can make it a bit more eccentric by adding a bit of lime green. Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching the video of us creating another monster Range Rover. This one with green accents and some other tasty extras to the customer's preference. If you'd like this or something similar for your car, feel free to get in touch. I'm sure I will drop our details in the description to this video. Meanwhile, do tune in next week. We aim to release a video every Wednesday around midday to make your middle of the week hump day that little bit less boring. We've got lots of special projects in progress. We've got lots of new products in process as well. So stay tuned, there's loads of exciting things coming. And if you really want to get involved, check out our events tab. Jump on www.wraptordesign.com, click on our events tab and see all the events we've got coming along this year. Come and join us in your car, we'd love to see you there. Special projects such as the shocker with the Wraptor 500 tuning package. Special projects like this F-Type we're preparing for summertime. Thanks again for watching. I'm Dud, Wraptor Customs. So we are Jaguar Land Rover specialists in the fact that we are very experienced and qualified and have lots of specialist tooling and offer lots of niche products and services when it comes to Jaguar Land Rover vehicles. But we do lots of other prestige brands as well. So if you're just looking for a place that's going to really apply some care and attention to your pride and joy, feel free to get in touch. Whether it's just a simple service, a quick tune-up, or even a big special project, we'd love to hear from you.